Howdy, howdy, y'all. It's another Maharaj video, chapter 15, the Gnani. 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 Um, this chapter, this one is, I think that the questioner seems like they're pretty, I don't know, I would say I get the vibe they're like a religious person, if I had to guess. They don't really tell you like who these questioner people are per chapter. Like each is always like Maharaj and then some random questioner person going back and forth. This one, like I said, I think it's a religious person, and because they've mentioned God a lot, so there's a lot of conversation about God and who God is and what God does and etc. etc. For example, like right off the bat, like well, yeah, one of the things they talk about right away is, um, did God take the earth on rent from you? The questioner asks. God is my devotee, and did all this for me, says Maharaj. The questioner, is there no God apart from you? Maharaj, how can there be? I am is the root. God is the tree. Whom am I to worship and what for? The questioner then says, well, are you the devotee or the object of devotion? Maharaj, I am neither. I am devotion itself. Yeah. So I like that, and then goes on and on and on, and I can like just read the whole thing if I want to, because it's. But the point being, yeah, like I liked that little exchange quimp right there because you kind of get a sense of like what Mara. I think that starts to show a bit of what he's trying to get at. It's like there's like we always are with these dichotomies of like it's either this or this. Maharaj is always he's very good at getting out of those dichotomies. People will try to be like, whoa, is it this or is it that? And he's like, no, man, it's this third option that you weren't even considering. You weren't even considering that. So he's good about doing that, escaping those dichotomies like that. Um, and then what was the other part? There's a couple other. Uh, Another point at like towards the end of the chapter, he starts talking about um, they start talking about the Gnani actually by name and everything. And he says in this, so the question is, who is the Gnani, the witness or the supreme? Maharaj says, the Gnani is the supreme and also the witness. He is both being and awareness. In relation to consciousness, he is awareness. In relation to the universe, he is pure being. The questioner, and what about the person? What comes first, the person or the knower? Maharaj, the person is a very small thing. Actually, it is a composite. It cannot be said to exist by itself. Unperceived, it is just not there. It is but the shadow of the mind. The sum total of memories, pure being, is reflected in the mirror of the mind as knowing. What is known takes the shape of a person, based on memory and habit. It is but a shadow, or a projection of the knower onto the screen of the mind. Sometimes he likes that using that metaphor. Last chapter, yeah, he likes using the film analogy quite a bit. That seems to be one of his favorite ones. But right, so like, yeah, so he is talking here, like, once again, kind of related back to the last chapter about that, like the mind. What is the mind doing? It's what is it? It's actually it is all this like us as people. We're a reflection. We're actually just a reflection of this bigger thing that is the universe, and we can actually be pure, in a sense. The only other thing I really want to say, because like I said, this chapter is a lot shorter than the last one, so this video probably won't be as long. Um, I did find it interesting. Um, So the question is, so life is so intelligent. How can it be unconscious? Uh, Maharaj, you talk of the unconscious where there is a lapse in memory. In reality, there is only consciousness. All life is conscious. All consciousness alive. And the questioner, I think, trying to even throw him off, says, even stones? And Maharaj, even stones are conscious and alive. The worry with me, the question is, the worry with me is that I am prone to denying existence to what I cannot imagine. And then Maharaj says, you would be wiser to deny the existence of what you imagine. It is the imagined that is unreal. So, I mean, I like that. He's like, by the end, my favorite part, actually, honestly, my favorite Maharaj quote, I think, is on, or response to a question, is the very last one. He's, because the question is, which part of the future is real and which is not? Maharaj says, the unexpected and unpredictable is real. That's what's up. That's my personal life. I feel like that's definitely been the case. I mean, woof, like my own personal life. That certainly is the case. The unexpected, unpredictable seems to be the happening, and I know like even like just in life in general, it definitely seems that way, right? Like if you look at the world around us, it definitely seems like the unpredictable and unexpected is definitely what happens. That's definitely the real. But no, I just found that part where he even says the stones are alive and conscious to be interesting because to me, well, I mean, I don't think he would subscribe to this because I know he's not. He's not wasn't much for labels. Maharaj doesn't strike me as a label sort of guy, but he certainly kind of seems to that part where saying the stones, or even the stones are alive. That's very much like the attitude of a panpsychism. If you don't know what that is, panpsychism is this idea that consciousness pervades, it's in everything around us, even like this book, the chair that I'm leaning my phone here against, the phone itself that I'm using to record this. Everything in the universe has some sort of consciousness within it, or at least something like a conscious energy, I guess equivalent it would have in it. There's a lot of different schools of thought of panpsychism of how that all exactly works, but that's just kind of the very, very, very main gist of it. Is that it's this idea that everything in the universe has consciousness in it to some extent or another, and I think Maharaj would probably agree with that. So I find that very interesting. Just trying to relate this all back to like philosophy and all this bigger stuff. But yeah, like I said, this chapter, yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's a good chapter. They're all good chapters. I don't think there hasn't been a single bad chapter in this book yet. It's a good conversation. Anyways, I'll let you all go. Y'all have a good one. Peace.